Okay, of course. Okay, well, let's get the show on the road. Who's first up for 2013?
We're off then with a huge welcome for Rose number 1, the Clare Rose Marie Donnellan.
In my spare time, I enjoy sightseeing at the Cliffs of Moher, hiking in the Burns, walking the dogs at Funrati Castle, or having tea with Father Ted. Go on.
The Clare Rose Marie Donnellan.
Hi, Marie. Good to see you. Good stuff. Come over here. Now. Would you prefer to be first or last or in the middle?
Oh, definitely first, definitely first. I was thinking when they first said it, I said, God, I'd love to have been last, but looking at all the amazing girls backstage now, I would definitely prefer to be first.
Now, who's here with you? And did they come directly from Croke Park yesterday?
It kind of looks like they did, but no, most of them watched the match down in Tralee, so it was fantastic. So a huge gang. God, there's some crowd of them down there. Family, friends, there's some of my Clare Roses, Tidy Towns, friends from work, huge crowd.
Because Clare is strange, I suppose, in the sense that half the county is football and the other is hurling.
Yes.
Where do you come from?
So. Newmarket and Fergus.
Newmarket.
So we're very much a hurling county. We're the county champions from last year. So very much. But yeah, back in the west of West Clare, it'd be very much football.
Yes.
So when you go back West Clare, they don't even own hurleys. And then the same way we don't play football in Newmarket at all.
They use them for hunting cows.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, they do the same thing where I come from. Now, the Tidy Towns is a big part of your life.
Absolutely, yeah. I love the Tidy Towns. Very involved in the local community. I'm secretary of the local Tidy Towns and just love it. I'm involved in the local schools and I paint local mural art and fundraise and that for the Tidy Towns and just love it.
We don't know this. That's murals now, not graffiti.
That's mural art, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. No, it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Last year we had the highest increase in the country, so we're hoping this year that we'll go up a few points as well in the national competition, so we'll have to wait and see how things go.
So when you go to work then, you work with Apple. What do you do with them? So
I'm just back from travelling, so I started with Apple about 2.5 months ago, and I'm working as a financial analyst, and it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They're a fantastic crowd, and they've been so supportive, and I know there's loads of them watching tonight, so thanks so much.
But you started work at a very young age, though.
Very young, yeah.
Is Mum and Dad there now? Because they might be taken away for slave labour.
Yeah, so I grew up in my family B&B, and Mum, I should never have told Dahi this story because you're going to get awful abuse over it. But so we were made work from the age of 3, yeah. So, but it
3? Yeah. When did you start walking? 1?
So, but it wasn't just housekeeping and that we had a bed and breakfast, but she used to make us dance and entertain and sing for all the American guests every day. And he's going to tell you, so I may as well tell you, for 20p a week. But we learned the value of money from a very young age, so it was great. So thanks, Mum.
Yeah, 20p. Is it 20p a day or 20p a week?
20p a week. But 20p was good in that time. You'd get a bit for 20p, yeah.
You would, yeah. You'd get 2 macaroon bars.
Exactly,
and that had to last you all week.
All week, yeah, exactly.
But you've been very busy since you became the Clare Rose, though.
Yeah.
Judging lots of different competitions.
Yeah. So it's been absolutely fantastic being the Clare Rose. I've been asked to over 40 different fundraising events and different things since I've only been the Clare Rose for about 3 months, so I've been hectic. But yeah, there's been a huge range. So there's been obviously a lot of charity work to it, but I've also been asked to judge Bonnie Babies, judge Greatest Granny, judge Cattle.
Hang on. Go back here. You said a lot there now. Judging grannies, the greatest granny.
Well, it was more the glamorous granny. That was more glamorous granny. So that one was actually easier than the Bonnie Babies. The Bonnie Babies was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Well, the babies wouldn't talk back to you like the grannies would, though.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, some of the babies were very smiley, in fairness, but the parents took it very, very seriously with the Bonnie Babies. Yeah, very seriously. So that was harder. Judging cattle is much easier, definitely. Definitely, nobody gets put out.
They were calling you the agricultural rose for a while.
Yeah, they were.
Because you kept meeting this particular animal everywhere you went.
Well, the last agricultural show I was at was the Kildeister show a few weeks ago. And I was walking around with Mum, and we saw this bull. And I said to Mum, God, I recognise that bull. And she looked at me and said, you are going crazy. And I said, I'm telling you, that bull has been at every agricultural show so far. And sure enough, we were standing fighting over whether or not we knew the bull. And the owner came over, and it was actually the father of the last Clare Rose that got through to Tralee 7 years ago. So, small world.
A small world, but a big bull.
And it was the same, yes. Oh, huge, absolutely huge, yeah.
Now, speaking of bull, this guy's your escort.
Oh, yes.
And
I don't know where to start. I don't know what to say.
Obviously, you gave each other presents. What did you give him first?
Okay, so it's kind of a tradition that the Roses and escorts give each other a present. So my present was a lovely custom-made County Clare set of wellies, which is even better now after our win. Made by a woman in Tralee, Katie Hassett, and I thought this was a fantastic present.
Bernard, stand out there a second, come on. If you're doing this properly, you have to model it properly. What's the story with the crowd then?
I thought my present was a practical present that can be used, but when Bernard met me, he gave me a framed picture of a calf. And I was kind of a bit taken aback, and he said, this is your calf to come and see whenever you want. But I think Bernard thought he was going to get an international rose. But what Bernard doesn't know is we'll be arriving down on Monday morning with the trailer to collect the €800 calf. Not leaving that behind. Definitely.
Now, you wrote a poem yourself.
Yes,
and you have a poem for us, and the word land is in it, but it doesn't have anything to do with agricultural land.
No, it's just because I was travelling for the year, and it was the best year of my life, so it's just kind of summing up what has happened since I came home. So
lovely stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, preparing to land, will you please give it up for our first rose this evening, our Clare Rose Marie Donnellan.
I touched back down in Shannon just a short while ago. For a year I had travelled, I was sad to see it go. For days on end my friends and family did gather. Had I met a foreign husband was the top discussion matter. But little did we know just what was in store, that only 10 days later we'd hear the banner roar. A journey of a lifetime, but I had landed on my toes, for nothing could compare to becoming the Clare Rose. I had tried the world's cuisine and sampled all things fancy, but it wasn't quite the same, no sign of Willie Clancy. I discovered many cultures they'd never seen a hurley. They were simply dumbfounded by the curse of Biddy Early. To the Coliseum I did go to learn how to do battle. Little did I think I'd be learning to judge cattle. To every county show I've travelled, my diary is full, but I never thought I'd hear me say, I recognise that bull. You are crazy to go back, they said. I had to disagree. But never did I think we'd be on the front of VIP. Newspapers, radio, I've even been on people's tellies. But my greatest task so far is how to dress with hunter wellies. With my new sash I've travelled, trying to take shape, thanking the Lord for double-sided tape. I've been judging bonny babies. I could have been a nanny, but there was no Garda escort when I picked the greatest granny. But now I must say thank you, because I'm standing here beaming. For support like I've been shown, I have to be dreaming. From around the world you're watching to show me your faith, and tonight I feel famous, like Henry VIII. There is no denying the world's sights for breathtaking, but there's things they don't have, like a month of matchmaking. Nothing can compare to this, no part that I did roam. An incredible journey, but there's no place like home. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Clare Rose Marie Donnellan. Well done. Well done. Mom is very proud. Right, well, where are we off to next?
Next is this year's Boston